welcome to the stage author, speaker, podcast host, director of liberation, Dr. Michelle Sadrena Pledger. I got this. Mari, she be micromanaging to the last minute. I got this. I love her. Welcome to Deeper Learning 2025. I am Dr. Michelle Sadrena Pledger, your conference cruise director for the next 3 days. And I'm so grateful that y'all participated in our first ever sing-along. I got this idea because, let me wait for this point llama pause. Wait for the plane to go by. I went on a cruise ship. I was like, I need to escape the holidays. I'm going to go on a 1-week cruise by myself. And then turns out if you go on a cruise ship during the holidays, you don't get to escape them. It's like the holidays had steroids, crack, a Red Bull, and so there I am. It's one thing to just be completely alone on a cruise and trying to be like, incognito. But when everyone else is dressed alike, all the couples are in their holiday pajamas and their holiday sweaters, all the families, and I'm dressed in black, just looking like Carnival Cruise Scrooge. But what happened was there was a sing-along on the cruise ship, and as soon as it happened, I was like, oh my goodness, I want to do this at DL because I'm constantly thinking about y'all and this conference, and y'all made it happen. It was a great way to just start with some joy, so thank you. Thank you so much. And this idea of play as pedagogy is really rooted in one of our founders, Rob Reardon. He's always talking about the fact that there is no rigor without joy. There is no rigor without joy, right? These are inextricably linked. And so we're going to have a lot of joy today, but we're going to first start with our regional roll call. But we're going to do that after we do what's called the seat shuffle dance. We need everyone to kind of come into the center. So fill in the seats close to the center. There's 2 reasons for this. It helps people who are trickling in late to just slide right in so they don't have to just sit at the back. So that's the functional reason. And there's also an aesthetic reason for this. We're doing a lot of video and filming, and it just looks crappy when there's holes in the audience. I mean, I'm just being real with you. Got to give it to you straight up, no chaser. We need, it's for the optics, for the gram, whatever you want to call it. We need you to fill in. There we go, so that we don't have any of these empty white seats. So pit crew and student ambassadors, if you could help folks squish in over here. Yes, thank you so much, Paula. Appreciate you. Hi, beautiful. Oh, so good to see you. Yes, come on over. Squish in. Fantastic. Thank you. All right. Okay, so we're going to do our regional roll call. So when you hear your region, if you're from that region, make some noise. And we're going to start this time with the South. If you're from the South, or what you consider the South, make some noise. Oh, yes, y'all are from the South. Y'all are so Southern. Okay, Caleb and Emily. Okay, what about the Midwest? Whoa! Dang, I should have done Midwest last. That was a lot of y'all. Okay, what about the Southwest? All right over here. Beautiful, beautiful. Hawaii and Alaska. Over here, okay. What about the East Coast? Oh, wow. Beautiful, beautiful. And international folks. Anybody out of the country? Woo! Where from? Shout out the countries. Colombia. República Dominicana. Puerto Rico. Ooh, I love it, I love it, I love it. All right, and then what about the West Coast? Woo! Beautiful. All right. Well, no matter what coast or country you're from, we're so glad that you're here, and we know you want to post about it and let everybody else know about the good time that you're having. These are the hashtags we'd love for you to use, DL25 and hashtag Deeper Learning. And you already know I need y'all to follow me on Instagram. Tag me on anything. If I say something funny and you quote it, tag me. If we take a picture together, tag me. I have a goal to get to 1,000 followers by the end of April. There are about 1,000 of you here. We could make this black girl's dream come true right now. You can call it micro reparations. Just follow me on Instagram. No, that actually doesn't count. We want real reparations. But please follow me on Instagram, and we're going to have a good time today. I am so astounded by the fact that so many of you chose to take a pause on your everyday life to be here, especially with so much that's happening in the world. There's a lot of opposition that is coming at educators in particular. And we've been here before. We know how to do what we do. And sometimes it means we have to get like our Gumby on. This is for my older folks. I'm going to do some references by age group. I was born in the 1900s, so who remembers Gumby? Okay. Sometimes we got to get our Gumby on or our Richard Simmons on, where as educators, we got to be flexible, right? Who's had to be flexible this year already with some stuff, right? We all have. And sometimes we got to get our Neo on because we're dodging all kinds of attacks. Sometimes we got to get our Sierra on, right? Because we're bending over backwards trying to please all the people. But sometimes we got to get our FAFO on. If you know, you know. Sometimes these people are just going to have to F around and find out because they can only push us so far. You can only ban so many books and erase so much history before you're going to have to F around and find out, right? So regardless of what state you're in, we're so grateful that you're here. And a few weeks ago, I was at South by Southwest EDU, and our Forever family, Big Picture Learning, was doing another one of their epic leadership journeys. It was phenomenal. And the good sister, Dr. Yolanda Silu Ruiz, was talking about co-conspirators and what it means to conspire. And she was breaking down that word conspire, and it stuck with me. And I was like, oh, I want to share this with our DL family. And she talked about the fact that when you break it down all the way to the Latin, the word conspire means to breathe together, to breathe together. So when we are here breathing together, we're conspiring around deeper learning for equity. And so I thought it would be amazing if we all did just that. We did some breathing together. I mean, I know we're always breathing together because we're alive and we're breathing, but some intentional breathing together. So when I push play on this video, some of you have seen this before, when the circle expands, we're going to be inhaling, and when it contracts, we're exhaling. And my invitation is that your exhale is longer than your inhale. That does a bunch of neurological stuff to calm your nervous system, just trust me. But yeah, hopefully you had a breath mint because we're about to breathe together. Who's ready to breathe? Let's do it. Okay. Thank you so much for just taking time to just have that breath. Yes, clap for breathing. Woohoo, yay. And we're just going to keep grounding in gratitude for the Kumeyaay land that we're on, for the labor that went into this conference and into this land. But also we want to send gratitude out to whoever did whatever they had to do so that you could be here. Some of it was your family members, your coworkers. So we're sending gratitude and love to them so that you could be here. And while we're here, you know, my friend Elise Burden, she often talks about the importance of collective vitality. And we're definitely in a moment in the field of education and in the world where our collective vitality, our community really is important, right? Vitality means to be strong and active. So we want a strong collective. We want an active collective around deeper learning. So there are 3 ways of being that I just want to invite you to explore throughout our time together. The first is this practice of critical hope, which is very different than passive hope. Critical hope prevails and persists in the midst of struggle. And in many of our contexts, we are in the midst of struggle, but we can hold on to that critical hope, right? Because that's an active hope. The second way of being I invite you to practice is cultural humility. Everybody here is from different regions. We all have different lived experiences. Yes, we care about deeper learning, but we might even have different philosophies around education. But there is something to be learned from every person in this space, not just the keynotes, not just the facilitators, but every human being in this space has so much to offer. So when we practice cultural humility and we are compassionately curious and we're open to discovery, even if that discovery means our assumptions might be wrong, right? We're going to stay open to that. And then the third one is my favorite. maybe hard to see, but it says catalytic joy. We just want to invite you to practice catalytic joy. That's the type of joy that compels people to intentionally bring joy into every space, not only for young people, but for the adults who are in those learning spaces as well. So I'm hoping we all can commit to some critical hope, cultural humility, and catalytic joy. Who's up for that? Let me hear some noise. Yes. Beautiful. All right. Thank you. That was my mini sermon. Now I have to get into all those nitty-gritty details. Now, those of you who have been coming to this conference for years, you can go in your happy place, follow me on Instagram, do something. Everybody else, if this is your first time, listen up. So you checked in, you went to registration, you have a name badge. Your name badge has everything you need on it. It has the QR code for the schedule, the QR code for the maps, everything in one-stop shop. So just make sure you have that name badge. You also got a journal. If you're like, I don't even know what deeper learning is, I don't know what the deeper learning competencies are, this journal has all of that information in there, and you're always welcome to talk to any of us to learn more. The journal also has graphic organizers, places for you to take notes, and on the back of that journal is a QR code for the What School Could Be community, where our deeper learning community gathers. So even when we're far away from each other, you can still be in community with one another. It is a free online platform, so definitely check that out. And then this year we did bring back the DL makers. No, it's not a makerspace. It's called the marketplace. And it's where students are creating t-shirts, merchandise. We have sweatshirts this year for y'all. So go by there, pick your design, and support the marketplace. And next to the marketplace, we're going to have these makers where if you want to make some soap or make some art pieces, you can do that. And that's all going to be in the high-tech elementary gym. So just check out your map. You'll be able to find it there. Another thing that we have where the photos are not all showing up, but that's okay. There are lawn games that we have. We have all these spots of joy for you to just have fun. So there are bubbles, there's chalk art. You're not too cool for school. You're not too old to be bold. Just like stop at one of these spots of joy and have a little fun with one another. It's going to be great. Next, we have our connection corner. How many of you love to talk to people, network at these conferences, make new friends? Yeah, okay, some people, half of you. All right, for those half of the people, there's a connection corner, and it's a place where you can see Kwaku is talking to Elliot, and then Kwaku is talking to Linda Nathan. Basically, if you go to connection corner, you're going to have to talk to Kwaku at some point because that's kind of where he likes to hang out. But we also have a calm corner. So those of you who are tired of peopling, you're like, I've peopled enough, I just need about 20, 30 minutes to myself. You can go to the calm corner, and it's completely quiet in there. You can meditate, take a nap, read a book, whatever you want to do in the calm corner. This is our 3-day schedule. You have it all on your schedule. I won't go over all of it, but I will let you know that after today's festivities of keynote, advisory, workshop, and DINS, we will be down by the water for our opening reception, food trucks, drinks, DJ J Flex, give it up for him. He will be back tonight. He will be back tonight with us to just dance the night away, so please don't forget about that. And then tomorrow night, we have some sponsored socials that may have already sold out, but I just want to celebrate these beautiful people. So I want to start with Bob Lenz, who in my mind, I call him Deeper Learning Daddy Warbucks. But I realized out loud that may sound different. But anyway, Bob Lenz, he and PBL Works have sponsored our second night of DL Social every single year that I can remember at Stone Brewing Company. So please, please, please go support. And this is the QR code. PBL Works does incredible work, high quality PBL, so definitely check them out. And thank you, Bob, for continuing this tradition. Yeah, all right, Bob's got a fan club in the back. Beautiful. And then we also want to thank What School Could Be. Now, they're having a special social, a screening of the film Most Likely to Succeed. It's the 10-year anniversary. They're going to have students and teachers from that film available to talk to at the reception. So definitely check out this watch party and reunion. That's tomorrow night. I'm going to give you the map now because after this keynote, you're not going to want to listen to me tell you where the map is. That's how amazing this keynote is about to be. So I'm going to give you the map now, except it's opposite of where we are, and I did ask for them to change it, and they said no, so then I flipped it upside down. Anyway, just listen to my words, okay? Just listen to my words. So we are in the Education Promenade. This whole green space is the Education Promenade. That building to the right of me is High Tech High. Original recipe right there. The building over here is High Tech Middle. There will be things happening at High Tech High and High Tech Middle. This building to the left is High Tech High International, And if you walk down the street 2 blocks, you're going to see the High Tech High Graduate School of Education Forum and High Tech Elementary. And so there are things that are going to be happening in those spaces as well. If you keep walking to the water, that's where the reception is. So that is all there, but you don't have to remember it because where is it at? Where can you get a QR code? Thank you. On your name tag. Okay, beautiful. Now, if you do get lost, you can't figure it out on your name tag, you can't figure it out on Sketch, we have tons of people that are here to help you. In every single building, there is a help desk. The front desk, help desk, they will help you. You also see these beautiful humans who are in these teal bluish shirts. That's our pit crew. Those are teachers and educators who've given up their spring break to come here to be with you and support. And then you'll see our student ambassadors in those purple shirts. And I think we're up to 60 student ambassadors this year. So we are so grateful for them. So please ask them, not just for help, ask them about their future plans in life. Just get into real meaningful dialogue with them. Okay, they all laugh. They're like, no, don't ask us that. Okay, ask them whatever you want. Okay, I think that is all of the housekeeping. Now, I am so thrilled. Let me tell you how I found out about these people. So my friend and colleague, Nikki Nostro, she's texted me. She said, I just saw this group. You must book them for deeper learning or we will never be friends again. And it was a harsh text. And so, actually, she doesn't even talk like that. No, she didn't say that. She just said, you got to book them. So I did little Nancy Drew, did my recon, and was just overwhelmed with the success, the impact, the storytelling. I had the opportunity to meet with Jason and his partner, Sansare, and it was just, you could feel the energy through the Zoom, like, okay, this is so in alignment with our theme this year. And when I tell you, Jason Nias, he has this arts integration program that focuses on body percussion, where he is serving over 20,000 young people every single year. So we got to just give it up for that he is inspiring that many people. And right now, he's about to inspire about 1,000 young people and adults, he and his beautiful crew. So please welcome Jason Nias, founder of Mo Lottie, and his team to the stage.